Hi everyone and welcome to this series on Jmeter beginner tutorials. So this is the fifth series of these tutorials, and in the initial videos we have seen how exactly do we download and start Jmeter on Windows and Mac, and how do we create a test plan, a basic test plan, how do we do a very basic performance test. In the earlier videos we looked at how to add listeners and how to add assertions in the Jmeter test plan. So this is the fifth session, and here we will look at how to record a UI test. In the earlier sessions, we have seen how can we do a performance test on a simple web page. But just suppose in real world you do not have a single web page, you have to test an entire website, which will include a login page, and it can include some forms to fill. It can also include various kind of user actions. So to capture all those actions manually in a JMeter test plan will be very difficult and time consuming. So we have some options to actually record a web test plan and create a script out of it and give that script as an input to JMeter. Okay, so let's go to our JMeter, and let us say this is our test plan. Okay, now you see a workbench here. I can do a right click on the workbench, do an add non-test elements, and you see the test script recorder. Okay, now this is uh, the original way of doing a recording for JMeter, but now we have a lot of plugins and other softwares which can do these things for us. So here what we used to do is we used to give some port number, and then we used to configure our browser with the same port number whatever we have given here. So for example, I have given 9090 as port number here. I'll go to my browser and I will configure port number 9090, and then whatever I will start on that particular port will be recorded, and it can be used as a test plan for Jmeter. Okay, but because Jmeter is an open source application and a lot of people are developing tools and plugins which can be used for Jmeter, we will go for that and we will not look at this approach. So I'm just going to remove this element. Okay, if you still want to know how exactly to use workbench for recording, you can put your comments in this video, or there are other videos which show how exactly to do this. So I'll not be covering this topic, but let us see uh, tools available for recording Jmeter UI test. Okay, so if you are on a Windows, you can use a tool called as Bad Boy, and if you go and search for Bad Boy software, you will get this tool. So it is saying Bad Boy is a powerful tool designed to aid in testing and development of complex dynamic applications. So it is a very good tool where you can record and replay and do several other similar things. So we are going to go to the download section, and you can fill this name and email and click on continue, and here you can see these are all the versions of Bad Boy. So the current version is 225. Okay, so you just go and download here, so it will get downloaded. As of now I am canceling this download because I have already installed this software. So once this is downloaded, you can run the exe and then you will get your Bad Boy, and you will get this page as soon as you will start the software. Okay, now you can see this record button here, right? As of now it is already enabled. So what I can do is I can directly start my recording. So I'll do a recording for a website called as Life Charger. Okay, and as soon as I click, you can see these steps are coming here and the website is also coming here. So let me just do some actions on the website. I'll click on the home page and you can see this left side pane. All my steps are being recorded here. I go to the about section. Let me go to archives. Let me also go to some of the articles on this website. Okay, let me again click on the home page, and I'll just stop it. Okay, so now you can see it has recorded my script and all the actions are being recorded. And it is a very good tool. You can actually use it for your simple record and replay and testing of the website. You can add some assertions and things like that, right? You can see there are a lot of things you can do, but as of now I am using this tool just for recording a Jmeter test. So what I'm going to do now is I'll go to file, and you can see this option, export to Jmeter. I'll just click here, and you can see the extension it is .jmx. So .jmx is the extension for Jmeter scripts. I'll say this is my first UI test and save. Now my test script is saved. I just have to go to my Jmeter now, and what I need to do is let me start a new test plan. And what I need to do is I just have to go to open, and this is the script I saved. I'll select this and open, and you can see it has created a thread group, some config elements, and then the steps. And if I expand the steps, I can see these are exactly the actions that I recorded. Okay, and all these things that I used to do manually earlier, to put in the the server name, the port number, the protocol, the path, everything is now automatically generated from the script. Okay, let us also understand about this cookie manager. So if you go to this HTTP cookie manager, you can select this clear cookies on each iteration. So what does this mean is every iteration of the test will start fresh and will the cookies will not be saved, right? So we have some other elements. The only thing left here is I have to add some listeners. So I can do a right click, add listener, and I will add some listeners, and I can set up my test with whatever users I want, and I can start it. Okay, now this is one of the option, bad boy software. Okay, now the only negative point here is this is available for Windows as of now. I could not find a version for Mac. So we have another option for this, which is Blazemeter, and this is going to be a Chrome plugin, and because this is a Chrome plugin, it can be used on Windows as well as Mac and other OS as well. Okay, now to get this plugin, so before that, let me tell you, Blazemeter is in itself is this performance testing tool and software that uses Jmeter at the back end. Okay, and they have a beautiful Chrome plugin which we can use. And to get the plugin, you go to your Chrome settings. I'm going to my extensions, scroll down, and you see get more extensions. Click here, and here I'll search for Blazemeter, and the very first option you will get this plugin. So for me it is already added, so I'm not getting this add to Chrome button, but for you, you will get the button and you can directly add it to your Chrome browser. So I'm as of now I'm closing these, and you can see I have this plugin here. Okay, so what I need to do is I can record my test case now. Okay, so I will hit the record button. Okay, and I'll go to my browser Chrome, and let me go to let's say Wikipedia, and you can see as I'm doing some actions, the number here is getting increased, right? Let me go to login, put some username and put some password and select login. So of course this is an invalid username and password. I'm going to the home page again, and now I'll just go here and I will close. I'll stop this recording. Okay, now you can give this again, give this some name to this test. I say my first UI test, and now you can see this button export to Jmeter. Okay, now in case you are getting this button disabled, make sure you are logged in. You will be getting a sign in or login button here, and if you click here there will be a simple form and you can fill it up and sign into Blazemeter, and then you will get this button enabled. Just click here. Okay, so I'm getting some options, so I just want to add this submit, and you can see it has downloaded this JMX script. Okay, so what I need to do now is, again I'm going to my uh, Jmeter, go to open and select this script that we just downloaded, and again we have got some config elements, and then we have exactly what I recorded. Okay, so you can see exactly these are the pages I went to, and also you can see that I did a login with username Raghav, and this is the password I used, which is of course a invalid password. So it has captured everything, so I do not have to do anything manually. The script has done everything for me. So these are the steps. You have to after downloading and setting up any of these free softwares or tools, you have to record a test. You have to export as Jmeter, which is .jmx script, and then you have to open the script in Jmeter, and then other thing you have to do is you have to add listeners. Okay, listeners will capture the uh, data of our run. So you can see everything is added here. The only thing I is left is I have to add some listeners. Let me add a table listener, and let me add a tree listener. Okay, now I just have to set up my threads and users, and I can just uh, run this test. Okay, so my test will be running now, and you can see this is the test being executed. So you can verify the results by going to any of the listeners and checking the results. Okay, and then you can configure the users to a higher number and do the performance testing of your application. Okay, so this is how so let me also add this last step will be run and validate. Okay, so this was all about how do you actually you can record a script, a UI test for Jmeter, and directly export it to Jmeter, and you can start the performance testing of your website. Hope you like it. Thank you.